All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of wrestling here today to discuss about WWE SmackDown May 22nd, 2021 review. And folks, I went ahead and took the opportunity last night, immediately after I was done doing the review of AEW Rampage. I went ahead and watched SmackDown, and folks, I stayed up till almost 2 o'clock in the morning watching this piece of shit show. This is going to be a full-on rant. No fucking holding back here. This was a waste of fucking time. You folks wanted to check out SmackDown. The only thing that was worth watching would be watching the beginning portion of the show and then immediately turning the fucking show off. Because after the first 20 to 30 minutes of this show, there was nothing on this card. Not a single good match, and the ending of the show was absolutely dreadful. The worst creative decision-making I have ever seen in my life, with the hint of unifying the women's titles between Raw and SmackDown at Survivor Series to ultimately just swapping the fucking titles out, and that is it, with Sasha Banks attacking Charlotte Flair while she's now the new SmackDown Women's Champion, while Becky Lynch goes off and says, "Hey, I'm out of here, I'm going to Raw, see ya, and adios amigos," and runs off with her fucking championship. What a fucking way to end the show. Absolutely fucking trash. What a fucking joke that was. I could not believe I sat and watched the end. I was actually paying more attention to stuff on FanDuel than I was on the fucking show. When they got to that last segment with the women's championship belts and the show went off the air, I said, "That's it? That's what you gave us tonight? 2 hours of fucking nothing? Except for 30 minutes? 30 minutes of something that was good with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, and the rest of it was all a bunch of garbage. You gotta be fucking kidding me." The card was absolutely terrible. None of the matches even went past 10 minutes. I mean, this is fucking garbage. You got 2 hours of fucking content of wrestling, and you got nothing to show for it after a decent pay-per-view show for the first time ever from Saudi Arabia? I can't believe this. How the hell can you do that? The only thing they capitalized on was Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. The rest of it was nonsense. They should have had a fucking championship match announced last night for the women's championship for Survivor Series. Enough with the Raw and SmackDown titles. I think it's fucking retarded. The women and tag team division needs to be unified. These titles are meant for specific brands. It's ridiculous. Unify the fucking two divisions, tag team and women's division, and that's it. And then leave the mid-card and world championship belts on their respective brands, because they aren't really like being called, the WWE Raw Universal Champion and WWE SmackDown Universal Championship. I mean, it's not like that. One's called the WWE Championship, the other one's called the Universal Championship, to make one better than the other. That's the only difference. Otherwise, they could swap them to different shows and have to swap the fucking titles between the two world champions. It's really freaking retarded. What a fucking joke. That's one thing that pissed me off the most about this damn show. Holy fuck. Brock Lesnar gets suspended for being a little too, quote-unquote, rough and unprofessional. Unprofessional. Folks, I remember back in the day when I was a young kid in high school, I used to watch Evolution tear through the entire Raw roster, doing 4-on-1 gang assaults, beating the shit out of their opponent to the point they're bleeding profusely, and nobody gave a shit. Brock Lesnar gets pissed off about getting screwed, and then he gets suspended. What a terrible way to get Brock Lesnar off television. It was awesome what he did to Adam Pearce, though. I loved what he did to Adam Pearce. He pressed his forearm against his throat. He said, "Come again? Are you repeat what you just said?" He said, he's acting like he's being choked out, and he goes, well, you went ahead and was unprofessional, so I have to suspend you. That kind of shit. And I'm just going, that is the one thing about that creative whole situation there that I didn't like. The suspension. Like, what the fuck do you need to suspend Brock Lesnar? Why not make Roman Reigns look like a fucking badass and kick the shit out of Brock Lesnar again, hitting him with the championship belt across the skull and making him bleed? I mean, I understand this is a PG show for family-friendly type bullshit, but my God, man, make it a little bit realistic. These two guys are not pussies. But unfortunately, they seem to always make all the performers on this show look like fucking pussies. Drew McIntyre had a match with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn was in this fucking King of the Ring tournament that meant absolutely nothing, by the way. And he lost easily with no problem. Lost in less than 5 minutes to Drew McIntyre and ate a fucking Claymore kick and lost 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. Big fucking whoop-de-doo there, folks. Hit Row was on the show. They didn't look like they've changed all that much at all from what I remember from NXT. So they've maintained their gimmick. They haven't made any severe changes to them. But personally, do I really care? No, I don't. I didn't care about Hit Row in NXT, and I don't care about Hit Row now. The only person I really give a shit about from that group is Isaiah Swerve Scott. He's a very talented performer. He used to work in, I believe it was, trying to remember what the promotion he was in. I think it was MLW at one point. He was also in PCW, and which Pentagon Jr. used to wrestle in. He went by Shane Brooks, I believe was the name. But he's an excellent performer, very entertaining in the ring. He delivers great matches. I love the guy as a professional wrestler. And he did well in his match, which was only 1 minute and 21 seconds with Top Dollar against two fucking Joe Schmoes who nobody fucking knew their names of. Two fucking jobbers nobody gives a shit about. That match ended in 1 minute and 21 seconds. Mansoor and Mustafa Ali competed again. Why did we have to see a rematch between these two? What the fuck was the point in that? I don't get it. Rinse and repeat. Let's continue. We have amnesia. We didn't remember what happened the last time, which was a day ago, so let's go ahead and repeat the same fucking match over again to fill up the card because we have nothing else better to do to make this show any better. So let's put two Joe Schmoes who nobody fucking gives a shit about yet because we haven't built them up enough to make them all that important. Like I said before, Mansoor and Mustafa Ali should still be a tag team and should have went ahead and evolved into a mega tag team and eventually becoming tag team champions and then eventually breaking apart after a year or so being together. But they didn't do that. So it doesn't make it all that important. It doesn't make me care. It doesn't make me have any emotional care or consideration to these characters. I mean, what the fuck is this shit? Once again, I'm just having fun here, folks. I'm not really all that mad. It's nothing surprising. I've seen this shit happen with this old man 100 million times with WWE. He has something good going for him. Mustafa Ali and Mansoor was probably a great concept to go with. They have great wrestling ability, and they could have made a good contribution to the tag team division in WWE for a while until they decided to move them apart to allow them to be individual performers. But they didn't build any emotional, they didn't do nothing. I mean, fucking Randy Orton and Matt Riddle have more of a chemistry and more of a connection with each other as a buddy system in a tag team than fucking Mansoor and Mustafa Ali did at all. I mean, it was like, let's put two people together, one a heel, one's a face, and let's throw them together. And just for the sake of argument's sake, we'll just go ahead and do that. And then after a few weeks or a month or so, we'll just go ahead and split them apart just for the sake of doing it. Where are you getting at? Was it just a cheap way of getting Mansoor on the fucking card so he can face Mustafa Ali and win in his hometown? That's fucking dumb. You know what you do? You have them as a tag team, stay on Monday Night Raw, and defeat Matt Riddle and Randy Orton for the tag team titles after they've been together for 2 fucking months, which I believe they were together before, I think 2 months before this whole fucking show came about. So if that was the case, you could have built them up in 2 months, had them on a real big winning streak, and have them be the ones challenging for the fucking tag team titles, where they were a legit tag team, instead of good old AJ Styles and Omos, who almost can't fucking wrestle at all, which actually, it's not almost he can't wrestle at all. So, like, who gives a fuck? Jeez. What happened on this card? I can't fucking remember half the shit that took... Oh yeah, we saw Happy Corbin again facing Shinsuke Nakamura. And unfortunately, he ends up fucking losing to Happy... I almost said Happy Gilmore. Happy Corbin. He lost to Happy Corbin. And that's what we get for our Friday night SmackDown show. With a couple other fucking matches I can't even fucking remember, and really, who cares? This show sucked. 2 hours of my life wasted. I could have been playing Call of Duty in the middle of the night trying to get through my fucking game, which I've been stuck on, instead of sitting here watching some 2 hour wasted out fucking show. It's my fault. My friend reminded me, let me know that he heard a review about it, and a lot of people are saying the show sucked. I said, well, hey, man, I got a channel to care about. I tell you guys I'm going to review a SmackDown show. I'm going to review it if I can. I had the time to do it. I'm not busy this weekend, so I said, fuck it. I'll watch it tonight and then review it in the middle of the afternoon towards the early part of the evening. So here I am, guys. I gave you what you wanted. Hope you enjoyed what you had to hear. And if you did, hit the like button if you liked the video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And leave a comment down below. I'll definitely get back to you on that. And I thank you guys for watching. I will speak to you again after Dynamite is over and give you guys my overall analysis and opinion of the show. Thanks again, guys, and stay safe. Bye.